Okay. You pat Ray on the shoulder and then we'll try and head on into the room. Hey, Doc. Hey, Joy.
Uh, how alert is Hana at this point? Drugs have kicked in, right?
Drugs have kicked in, but you're more alert than you were before.
Okay. Ram. Hello.
No, that's a response. Didn't think you'd be much for talking yet.
I wasn't much for talking about an hour and a half ago.
Better now, right?
I won't lie to you, talking hurts a little bit, but I think that's just because of the previous circumstances, and it's not nearly as bad as it was.
Mm. You know what happened?
Do I know what happened?
Mm.
Last thing I saw was a missile. And after that, nothing. Well, I think I remember a little bit here and there. I remember a lot of pain in my back and
Don't think too much about it.
it's hard to tell what's a dream and what's not.
How about all of it? All of it could be a dream.
Even now, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Even now,
Why not? You can wake up to something terrible later.
that's not reassuring whatsoever, Ram. Your bedside manner is terrible.
He gives you like deadpan finger guns.
How do we comfort the patient? Let's imply that his current terrible reality is part of a dream to disguise his actual horrible reality.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
You sure it's such a great escape?
No, thank you.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Hmm? What for?
I, I didn't maneuver in time.
Doc, you apologizing for being hit by a missile.
Yes,
Don't.
we'd never gone out there.
I
Okay.
asked you to, right? Oh, not in so many words, but it was because I told you about them. Don't think about it.
That's a hard ask.
Shrugs.
Just none of it feels real. Everything that happened. I mean, I'm sure I'm in shock. There's no way I'm not, right? But none of it feels real. What we saw today, what happened. Is anyone else as hurt as I am? How's Mindy? How's Mindy?
He shakes his head. Nobody's as bad off as you are, Doc. Or you were. You're better now, right? Mindy's doing okay. They're, I don't know. Haven't seen them. But they're fine.
But they're okay.
They're fine.
Good.
You were the worst of it.
I see.
I'm gonna go, Doc. I'm glad you're okay.
All right. Thank you for stopping by.
If it wasn't too much, I wouldn't leave. Here, Captain.
Hey, Ram. Bye, Ram. Mal has his cog on. Hello, Hana. You wanted to see me?
Oh, Melv. Hello.
I see Rye benched you up.
I think I'm more bandaged than man at the moment.
Well, that just means they did a good job, right?
I think so, yes. I just. How is everything okay? It's not a terrible question. How are things?
We're in a poor situation.
Okay. Is anyone else aside from Six lost?
No one in our crew, no.
Okay. Okay, good.
The Cossack is lost, however.
All of it.
From what it sounds like, yes. Some escape pods might have been fired, but we're stuck here essentially until we can get ourselves out. Like I said, we're in a situation.
Fuck. So batten down the hatches for now, then.
Yeah.
Is he in the room, or is he like talking through the intercom outside the room?
He's in the room. Just wearing
Okay.
his cog.
How are you holding up?
As well as someone can be in my situation.
I have so much respect for you for that. He just watches Mel for a bit. Still obviously out of it, but obviously not dazed or anything.
We're going to get through this. It's going to be challenging, but I think we'll get through this.
Just might take a bit. That's all.
Yes. You just rest up, okay, Hana?
Okay. Doctor's orders already.
That's what we need.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you in one piece.
Smiles. And how far is he standing from Hana?
Nope. Bedside.
Okay.
It's not like Hana has a plague.
Keep away from him. There's fucking plague doctors nearby spritzing him with water. He will kind of move his hand to the side on the bed to reach out a little bit towards Mel's.
Reach towards where?
Kind of like from the bed, he moves his hand a little bit and kind of reaches towards Mel's hand.
Okay. Mel gently puts his hand on top of yours.
Hold. Black puts his hands on top of both hands to yours. It's just, where did he come from?
It's together.
This is the moment where one of them puts hand down. All right, break.
That's right, Team Alpha Dragons.
It's at this moment where you realize Black has been a hologram the whole time as well.
Yeah.
Joy
Not
comes
real.
in, just absorbs Black into himself. I see you found out my secret.
I added the cops to have more sense of structure, but clearly it didn't work.
You can stay like that for a bit.
Mm-mm.
And
I should probably
then
visit that
eventually-
Hana at some point.
Eventually, Mel will leave. And when he leaves... Nope, go on, Bree.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was nodding. I was
He will talk to you, Rai, wherever you are. Are you still in the infirmary, going over everyone?
You alive, Jordan?
Yep, I'm here. Sorry, he's muted. Fuck. Yep, still got a job to do. So, I'm gonna be in the infirmary.
Okay. Oh shit, these people are actually doing okay. Nice.
Doing
Very
okay.
cool.
Oh, something.
Yeah. So Finn has no signs, and of course, the systems don't show up if that Finn has an infection or not. I imagine you eventually force Black to also undergo the same thing, and again, you don't find any signs that his antibodies are being activated to go fight something.
I like how it's Force Black.
Well, Black's right now avoiding people. So it'd be a case of like, Black, we need you to do this, and Black would be like, and then he'll go.
He's not throwing a tantrum. He's just hard to find. He
Exactly.
probably won't respond to Rai though. After the last, he's just gonna not. Somebody's probably gonna have to find him.
Okay. But yeah, so Mel goes to you, Rai, and they'll say, is there a reason that Hana's the only one in the actual quarantine room? Or everyone else here who's just sanctioned off?
It was bad.
How likely do we think of? How likely do you think you got it?
Likely? Just, likely.
All right. You're going to need ration supplies.
Okay.
As of this moment, put all of our medical supplies under lock and key. I only want you to have access to it. I don't even want Joy to have access to it. The only time Joy gets access to it is if you give him permission.
Understood.
We have a lot of extra people on this ship now. And we're going to be here for a while.
I understand.
Are the people in this room those that are likely to be infected with whatever is on this place?
don't know. Maybe.
You're the one that has them
I
locked up
know.
here.
I know I have them here. But all that comes up as unknowns, and this is a Terran ship. So I don't know what is likely to be what. It's all from here, though, so they're all staying here until I can figure it out.
All right. We'll have armed guards in here then.
It's gonna freak them out.
Right. I didn't see whatever those fiends were up close and personal. What I did, however, hear were deaf cries and screams of people seeing their friends rip each other apart. I heard that. I don't care if it's going to freak them out, Rye. But I cannot allow a risk of whatever this is spreading on my ship uncontested. Just in case it's airborne, I want everyone who you think might be infected in your lab or in the quarantine room. You're able to turn your lab into a environmentally sealed area, correct?
Yes.
All right. I want you to move all of them there. If you need help to move the surgical suites, then we'll get the engineers to do it.
I understand.
But at least we have Joy to keep an eye on all of them and provide company. But I'm not going to risk everyone else on this ship.
Understood.
Do you need anything from me?
I think I'm the least needy person on the ship right now.
All right.
Are you alright?
Don't think so. But I'm going to have to be. I'll get. Is. Oh, fuck. Is Finn included in that group of infected? Or potentially infected?
Everyone's gonna make it through 2 checks.
Alright. Regardless, I'll get Finn and Trent. I'll also get a few other extra hands to help you move the equipment.
Should be good enough.
Alright. If you need anything, just ask.
She nods.
And Mel will head on out. So, basically, one second. What ends up happening is all of these wonderful friends are moved into Rye's lab area. Lorne, where does Lorne get put in there? Does Lorne get put in with Hana?
I mean, how bad's Lauren compared to Hana was bad, right? Like real
No one's near as no one is at all anywhere as bad as Hana.
Then no.
Okay, so you put Lauren in with the other people.
Yeah.
Okay. When you do your check on Finn and some of the other people that you rescued, you don't get any. You don't get any other people that are showing signs of antibodies doing antibody stuff.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah. You've put up the quarantine measures of if someone wants to talk to them, they have to be fully cogged up with their helmet on.
Yep.
You don't know if it's airborne yet, so you're just being careful.
Careful. Yeah. Time to research the shit out of that bag of pus and everything else that's
Oopsie.
going on.
Yeah. Um, big pus guy, very good. A little bit of time goes by
24
when
hours?
not yet. A little bit of time goes by, and when Mel will address most of the crew, including like all of your extra people. This isn't a mandatory meeting. So like Black, you're invited, but your boy Mel does let you know he's just going to tell others what he's already told you. So you don't need to be there if you don't want to be Black. Thumbs up.
Sorry, I was muted. Say that again.
So later on, like a few hours later, Mel is hosting a meeting to tell people the situation. But
Oh yeah, he won't be
you're
there.
also invited, but he tells you that, he's just telling them what he's already told you.
Okay, he won't be there.
Okay. Wyatt does go to check on you. Do you just let Wyatt know everything's all good?
Yeah, he'll, you know.
And Wyatt will give you the look of I can't believe you're smoking all this much, followed by a
He gives the look of not right now.
and then he will simply say, I got you your mug.
He will give him the like firm arm grab, you know, the loving arm grab.
Yeah,
And he will take them up.
pats you on the shoulder.
It takes him a second before he releases arm grab, and then he goes.
Wyatt will remember this. All right, so with that little interaction, it's done to perfection, just right. Right, do you go for a meeting or do you tend to your patients, or do you trust Robbie and Joy to handle it?
I'll go to the meeting.
Okay, so people at the meeting, unfortunately, Hana and Lauren, you're not invited because you're in quarantine. Big sad. But people at the meeting, Mel will inform you all of the situation. The situation after Kosak is confirmed dead, that whatever these creatures are, they're intelligent, because they're clearly hurting everyone to stay in the hangar. But they're also leaving openings to draw individuals out. But as you will show on the display, if someone takes those openings, they will get surrounded and overrun quickly. And he gives the news about, he reiterates about the issue that Verossi is stuck, unless something drastic changes it. He gives the information about the fact that there is individuals working, or at least tinkering, with a nearby ship. And then the final big issue is that there's a stealth ship of some sort that was in the hangar. And that stealth ship is what shot down Hana, and he believes it's that stealth ship that killed the Kosak. No one takes this news very well, as in no one really talks about it. Even the Artemis people are all very much like, fuck, this is just bad news on top of bad news on top of bad news. There is one Artemis person that does ask what about the rest of their friends, their people, and thankfully for Melv, it's Lieutenant Jack that answers that one. He's just like, there's pockets of survivors, but we don't have any way to communicate with them. Which, well, Melv would know is a bull-faced lie. But he says it so confidently that no one seems to call him out on it. Unless one of you players want to call him out. Unless a player wants to roll a
Oh
clout
yeah, let's cause
interrogation.
chaos.
Let's
It's a
fuck
good
him
thing
up.
that you are sleeping, Verhana, or
Serious?
trying to. Your dreams are filled with pulsing entities.
Oh, that's good. Thanks.
No, your dreams are probably just the chemically induced coma.
Let me just who was the one who said that actually?
That was Second Lieutenant Jack Haversham.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, no, I'm gonna roll for that.
Okay.
2.
Nice. You can't read him.
Okay,
You think you think he's telling the truth though.
sounds good.
The discussion goes on for a little bit, and that's when Melv looks to you there, Rye. I mean, he kind of pads something in and says, "I think you should tell." The message says, "I think you should be the one to inform everyone about this infection. If not, I will try."
She just nods and steps forward and waits for her to be keyed in or whatever.
Melv gestures to you to properly key you in.
Alright.
Everyone looks to you. There's a lot of eyes on you.
I'm going to be as blunt and honest as I can about the situation from a medical standpoint, other than the obvious abominations we've already had to face. There are signs of some other outlying issues. Namely, it appears that there's a few things going around the station, most likely primarily from our new friends. I will be checking everyone at least twice, but a few people have already turned up a positive for foreign material or unknown biohazardous material being within their bodies or bloodstreams. We don't know exactly what it is. It could be, again, most likely it's something directly related to those things that attacked us, but it's entirely possible that it's something else native to the drop. I'll be looking into it as much as possible, but until then, to ensure everyone's safety, there will be guards posted periodically around the infirmary, the quarantine area, and a few other places, in case people start showing any sort of signs of something worse becoming
At
on itself.
that, one of the civilian contractors speaks up and says, "What, you think people are just going to start going stark right?" And then the lieutenant goes, "But I think the doctor is just saying what's going to happen, fair friend." Sorry about that, Doctor. Could you continue with your speech there?
It's completely understandable. He thinks for a moment. I'll be keeping a close eye on those already admitted and see if there is some way to reverse the effects or anything. We've already been able to check over at least one person who seemed to be in the advanced stages of some sort of infection. And it seems like they're going to be okay, so I have high hopes going forward. But everyone please remain vigilant and be understanding of the situation. Those that want to visit friends or anyone that is currently within quarantine, please make sure you are wearing your COG or some equivalent form of biohazardous protection. We are unsure if it is airborne, so try not to remove any breathing apparatus or helmet in the vicinity of those that are currently quarantined. Thankfully, where we are keeping some of those infected, it is on a completely different subroutine of our ventilation system. It's its own closed-off system, so there is little to no worry that it has passed to the rest of the ship just yet. But again, just be careful. If you see anything strange, report it. Better safe than sorry. I think that's everything. Unless I'm wrong. Or unless Discord died?
No.
No,
No,
we can
it's
hear you.
okay.
We're just quiet.
Everyone just silent? Okay.
Someone respond to him, please.
Thank you, Rye.
Oh, well, I guess if there's any questions.
It looks like there's just some people that have questions, but no one's brave enough to ask.
If you want to ask anything afterward, I am available. You can handle me working while we talk.
If we do have it. Do we spread it?
It's possible. Again, we don't know. Our scanners don't pick up barely anything off of the material or the infection itself. We don't know how it spreads, other than that we can be exactly sure that physical interaction with the creatures, which we have yet to denominate a name for, has very large chances of coming away with something if they are able to injure you and puncture your suit. Though not all cases have regarded with such, so we noticed it the most.
I have something to say. One of the civilians says, raising a hand. Basically, all eyes turn to them. Well, the lady that was brought into the trauma center, petty engineer, Miley or something like that. She was rambling crazy. They said it was like they were reading off a diagnosis screen. Something they might have seen somewhere on here. She was the one that they brought in kicking and screaming. And with that, a couple of the security guards nod their head understanding, but like they recognize what happened. I didn't get a good hearing on it, but they said the F2 is recoverable, but it has symptoms, heightened aggression, paranoia. It sounded a lot like the bug. But then they said if paired with the R3, effects are irreversible. Mutations prevalent. And then they said something else. I don't know what it was before the doctors muzzled them and put them under. So maybe this really is something from this place.
I will write that down.
An F2 or F or R3. Don't know if that means anything to anyone else here, though.
I'm not aware of anything, but if anyone is, forward any information would be helpful since we're going to all be in this together at this point. And if anyone's able to recall anything, then, well, second verse is same as the first.
Unfortunately, no one else steps up with any more information. And eventually, the meeting. Oh, go on.
Alright then, well, if anyone finds any data pads that reference it, please. No, sure.
Uh-huh.
And so with that, the meeting is adjourned. People are able to spread out again.
Okay.
All right. Before we carry off it with any other RPs, very quickly going to go over the drop EXP.
Father, can I nominate Rye for
Yes.
Prudence?
Can we
For
nominate
what?
Rye for outstanding action?
Well, she can't be both, I don't think. But anyway,
Prudence for
I'd
what?
like to nominate her for Prudence for using the medical Shusty gun when she knew that Hana was being used as a human shield.
I will say that's not a prudence, but that could be an outstanding action.
I'll take it.
Then at least an outstanding action, because that was really clever.
It was extremely good.
I, as the GM, will nominate. Oh. Yes, I, as the GM, will nominate your boy Black for Fortitude.
Hey!
Hell yeah!
Nice!
If no one disagrees with it.
No, go for it.
Because Black was an absolute unit and remained steadfast in his desire to get everyone there and then everyone back.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
It was good.
Because even though Kareem wanted to fuck off, Black wouldn't.
Kareem was wanting
Black,
to leave.
Black made sure everyone was there and made sure that people were safe.
I got it because I didn't. I fought myself.
No, you're getting it because Black did put himself in danger for others routinely.
Very cool.
Does anyone disagree with that?
Nope.
Okay. Do we have any other nominations?
I can't think of...
Oh, Lauren can finally get her faith.
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes! Yes! Oh,
There we go.
let me
I
go
knew we were missing one.
clear her
I'll let
willpower
Andrea
for
know
her.
that she got it.
Yeah.
I'll be very happy.
Ta-da!
Faith. And what would we like to call this episode, everyone?
So it was
Big
in the
puff pan.
pan, out into the fire. Was
Mhm.
Leslie,
Crash.
right?
Oh, then crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
Now it's just
Telling me
Stabilize.
it can't be. You telling me it can't be Big Puss guy?
Stabilize.
Well, my brain provides skid marks personally, but
That's... Oh. Yeah?
Why?
The person did become
this last
skid
one's
mark.
crash and burn.
Skid marks, though?
Ready to serve. Hot and
What's
fresh
something different,
spaghetti.
No, whenever somebody says skid marks, I think of poop, and I don't know why.
So do I.
What the fuck?
Because
That's why I
exactly
didn't-
What
yep.
you think is when someone, poops their pants.
And they
or-
have the...
or
They have the... Yep.
a poopy butt.
Yeah, I don't
What
think
the
people,
fuck?
People
This isn't a
use the
phrase you
term
know,
skid
Luke?
marks.
You don't know
I have
that?
never heard of that in my life. Skid marks is like when a car hits its
No, we know
brakes.
what it is,
Skid-
Brie.
we know that,
What?
but like usually people also associate it with the line of
With,
poop
And that's
you do in your
problem
pants
is
after you don't
people-
wipe.
What the
People-
hell?
People are like Brie who use it like normally, but I always hear the poop version.
That's so weird. That's so uncomfy.
Mhm.
Yeah, well that's
it's
unfortunately
a negative
That's
connotation
what
for that,
that's what we associated that with, which is why we all went.
Wait,
Mhm.
what?
Good
I'm gonna
night.
leave. I'm gonna leave this to them to tell you what happened. I need to head out, but thank you, fellas.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Tell Laura happy birthday from me. Bye bye.
Will do. See you guys. Thank you for running, Chance. Thank you everyone for
Thanks.
playing.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
for
saving
coming.
my life, Con and Jordan.
It's Jordan, but you're welcome.
Oh, okay, I get no thanks. Okay, fine.
Were
Wow,
you-
yeah,
okay,
we
wait.
helped so much.
Okay. Thank you guys as well. But I do got to give special shout out to the two people who are surrounded by monsters.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
The monsters had bonuses
you know.
for surrounding you, and they still rolled shit.
It was beautiful. It was glorious. It was cinematic. I was happy to be there.
I appreciate everyone coming out to get me.
Yeah.
I slap all of your asses.
Go
I
be
thought I was
free.
dead.
You are alive. Enjoy your life.
I live. I live? Question mark. Looks at the bag. I live.
You live. You live. Damn it. Not after all
Currently,
that,
I'm
you
going
don't
with
die.
Stabilize.
Okay.
Stabilize is a good one.
I'm
Alright,
going
guys.
to
Catch
end
y'all
the
later.
recording here for a moment.
Okay. Unless